Hey everyone, and welcome to Cara's Training Corner. Today I have a fun video coming your way on roommate release forms, those pesky guarantor forms. Where are they located and when do we even use them? Also, when do we need to create a mid-lease packet versus creating a new lease in Blue Moon? So stick around because you're going to learn all that in today's video. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to cover today is going to be guarantors. When we have a guarantor applying with our applicants, the first thing that we need to do is reference that SOP policy to make sure we know exactly what the guarantor should be doing for your state. Now, not every state is going to require for a guarantor to complete an application, but if they do, then the first thing that we need to know is that a guarantor cannot actually apply online. We need to have them complete either the paper version application in the office, or they can visit your website and complete the Blue Moon version of the application without actually reserving a unit. So now that we know which way an applicant should be applying with a cosigner or guarantor, then the next thing that we need to know is that that guarantor must make 6 times the rental amount in order to be approved as a guarantor. So now we have our guarantor approved with our applicant and we are ready to create their lease for move-in. So when we're getting ready to create the lease, the important thing to know here is that the guarantor doesn't actually have to sign the lease. They don't sign the lease at all. So instead, we need to make sure that we have them complete the guarantor form that is located in Blue Moon. So all of the leaseholders and occupants are going to be listed on the lease, and then the guarantor is going to sign the guarantor form alone. So where do we locate that form at? Let me show you where that is in Blue Moon. Once you're ready to create your lease and your guarantor form, you're going to come to your applicant's unit in one site, and we're going to click on Blue Moon under the left-hand action side on the left-hand side. And once you log into Blue Moon, it is going to bring up that applicant's information, and we're just going to go ahead and click on the View Print menu. And then of course it's going to pop and say, do you wish to continue? And yes, we do. And then it's going to let us know that we have a couple of required fields that we're missing, which is okay because we're not actually generating the lease. We are just getting to the guarantor form. Now once you come to where all of your lease and addendums are, we actually don't need to generate anything down here, but over here on the left hand side you do have your other lease forms. And we're going to click on that tab and scroll down, and you will find your guarantee of payment form. This is what we will use for the cosigner or guarantor to complete. So you will fill out a little bit of information, and then you're going to print this form for the guarantor to sign pen to paper. Now they will not be able to electronically sign this. They will have to complete it pen to paper, and then you'll complete your lease for the rest of your leaseholders and occupants like normal, and then the leaseholders could either electronically sign that or pen to paper in the office. Is this thing on? No, I'm just teasing. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to cover today is going to be roommate release forms and roommate changes. So again, we always want to reference the SOP to know exactly how our policy is. But a couple of important things to know regarding roommate changes. So when we have roommates coming off of the lease and new roommates coming onto the lease, the most important thing to know is that if there are no existing previous original leaseholders that are going to be on the lease, then move-out policies must be followed. So as long as we have one original roommate staying on the lease, then that's fine. We can add the new roommates on, take anybody off, and then of course we're going to screen them in one site based off of the screening criteria that is outlined in the SOP for roommates. So we've done all of that. We've screened them. They're good to go. But what do we do now? Do we create a new lease for them? Is there a form they should sign? Where is that even located at? So the answer to that question is we do not create a new lease for the roommates to sign. Instead, the roommates coming off and the roommates going on are going to sign the roommate change form that is located in Blue Moon. I'm going to show you how to access that form. Now, once that unit is coming up for renewal, then all of the new people who are on that unit will sign a lease at renewal time. So in the middle of a lease, we never want to generate a new lease. We're always going to take advantages of those additional forms we have for roommates, whether they're coming on or going off to the lease. So let's go see where that form is. To access the roommate change form, we're going to follow the same steps like I showed you earlier in this video. So under the left hand actions column, you're going to click on Blue Moon, and we're going to log into that residence account. And again, we're going to just bypass all the information, so we're going to go straight to View Print Menu, and we do wish to continue. And again, we don't have to worry about inputting any of these required fields because all we need to access is that one form. So we're going to click on Print. And then again, over here on the left hand side, we're going to click on the Other Lease Forms tab. And then we're going to scroll down and boom, there's the roommate release change form. So you just had somebody walk in and say, hey Cara, I just got this really awesome dog that I need to add to my lease. I'm so excited about Fluffy, but I need to make sure my lease, I'm covered and she's on there. So what do you do? How do you fix that? The answer is, Bob, we don't actually create a new lease for Fluffy. Instead, we're going to utilize the mid-lease change forms and addendums that's located right inside of one site. So whether your resident is going to be adding a new pet or even rentable items for your community, we have mid-lease change forms located right inside of one site for issues just like this. So again, we're not going to create any kind of new lease for the resident. They only have to sign that one new form that covers that rentable item or pet that they're adding to their lease. Alright, so where is that form located? How do we generate them? I'm going to show you that. Let's go take a look.
Okay, so now that we're ready to learn how to generate those mid-lease packets, you're going to go to the residence account, and across the top we're going to click on the Docs tab. From here you want to click on Actions, and we're going to click on New Packet. So we are going to generate a new midterm packet, and it's going to have your state and then midterm packet. And of course this is going to be for the current lease that the resident is in. And you click on Save. And then you'll be able to find that packet now under the folder for that resident. Alright, now that we've opened up that folder, we're going to open up the mid-lease packet. And then you'll see that here are going to be any forms that you have for your community, whether you have additional rentable items such as carports, garages. You'll see the forms here for those as well. So we're going to generate the forms. Select the form out of the group that you need to generate, whatever that item is that the resident is adding mid-lease. And then we're going to print and preview that form. So click on Print Preview, you're going to open it up, print it, and then click on Print, and then from there you're going to have your resident sign pen to paper. There is not a way to send this for an electronic signature, so make sure you are printing this out, signing pen to paper, and then loading it into Balance Docs once it is completed. And then once you're done generating your forms, then you just come over here and delete your packet. And it's as simple as that.
This is Cara's Training Corner. Signing off till next time. Catch you on the flip side.